Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig and Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools. I'm here today to talk about an exciting new launch in the spring of 2026 in fishing footwear from our friends at Simms. And we're here to introduce you to the Simms Drifter and the Drifter AT. With the success of the Simms Pursuit shoes, Simms is expanding their line in fishing footwear, and we're super excited about it. But first of all, I know you're very worried. These are my Pursuit shoes, which I've told you about ad nauseum now, because I love these shoes, as does everybody that owns them, at least as far as I've heard. And as I've told you, these are now over 2 years old. They made their debut in the Amazon jungle in January of 2024. They have been, without sounding like I'm bragging, but they've been to the Amazon twice. They've been to the Bahamas 3 times. They've been to Montana twice. They've been to Florida about 6 times. In other words, they've been on every fishing trip with me, every airplane. As a matter of fact, this is my travel footwear as well as my fishing footwear. And as you can see, with as much use as I've put on these things, the soles are still in good shape. They're not delaminating. The insoles are starting to get a little wonky, but I still, I was thinking about buying a new pair for my recent trip, January 2026, to the Amazon. I did not, and I went ahead and wore these, and they're still going strong. So again, cannot say enough about the Pursuit shoes, but for something a little bit different, in the spring of 2026, Simms has brought out the new Drifter and the Drifter AT. The Drifter. That's right, friends. They're essentially, a lot of people have called them Crocs on steroids. And although I'm not a big Croc guy, I have become a fan, especially of these new drifters for what I do. Simms tells us they're ultralight, and that's for sure, which is great for travel purposes, ultra comfortable and built for the boat, which again, I agree. These are not really going to be wading shoes, but they have water-friendly EVA upper and then a non-marking gum rubber outsole. And this shoe offers secure fit and superior grip on boat decks. And I can attest, I did take these on my February 2026 trip to the Andros Island Bonefish Club in the Bahamas, and I wore them for the week. I wore them on the plane, I wore them on the boat, and I wore them around camp for the whole week, and I'm a big fan. For certain applications, when you want something lighter, you want something that's a little more breathable than these guys, this is an excellent choice. In fact, I'm sending a bunch of pairs of these down to the Bahamas because all the guides loved them. And I can tell you that the sole was fantastic on the deck of the boat. Shock-absorbing integrated EVA midsole, which provides underfoot support. So for somebody that's looking for, especially in tropical conditions, the Drifter is a great choice. I mean, they fit well. They have an adjustment strap here. You can get them tight around your ankle. Again, I would not recommend these for wading. Okay, it's not gonna be. You're not gonna wade the flats. You're not gonna wade your local trout stream or smallmouth stream in these. These are boat shoes or fishing from the shore, but really, really well done. The one thing I would warn against, I wore them for a couple of days barefoot, and with these holes right there, I did get a little sunburn on my foot. So make sure that you have a thin liner sock or put sunscreen on your feet, but I much prefer the liner sock. So after a day or two, I figured that out. I put on a liner sock, but these have drain holes should you need. If you do get in and out of the water, I mean, they're fine for getting in and out of the water, of course, completely waterproof. Customers and guides alike really loved them. And like I said, I'm sending a mess of these down to Sean and Chris and all the guides down at the Bonefish Club. They absolutely loved them. And they're gonna be perfect for what they do, climbing up and down from the poling platform. And again, this this is an excellent, excellent, excellent sole for boat fishing. But wait, there's more. For those of you that do want something that's a little more water friendly or wading friendly, Simms has come out with the Drifter AT. And pretty much the same design on the upper. They've got the same porting holes for breathability and for letting water escape. But what they've done on the Drifter AT is made a shoe that's more built for water. This has a sole that's essentially akin to the Pursuit shoes. But it provides the perfect balance of traction and durability in wet environments. Ultra lightweight, water-friendly, injection molded EVA upper. And another thing that they did is they added the sock. Okay, so this has this liner which you can remove. So you can remove this liner. You have to remove the strap first. What Simms did on this is they added the sole of the Pursuit shoe, which is much better in the water. So you can theoretically wear these as a wet wading shoe. Okay, they added the sock, which solves the problem of protecting your foot against any sunburn or protecting your foot against getting gravel and sand and stuff and an abrasion. Another cool feature about the sock is it's self-draining, so it's not going to hold water or necessarily absorb too much water. So it is self-draining. So for those of you that might be wanting to wear this in the water as a wet wading shoe or just to protect your foot from any sediment or gravel or rocks, the Drifter AT has that neoprene sock, which is a nice feature. And again, you can take that out if you don't want it. And again, this one has the more wading friendly sole on it. So a couple of great options. These are available in whole sizes only. As just like standard wading boots. I wear a women's size 4.
Honestly, that would be such a funny meme.
Very small hands. Okay, these are available in whole sizes only in 8 to 14. I would say they're a little bit oversized. So if you're an 8.5, I would still stick with the size 8. I think you're going to be okay. That's been my experience on the ones that I bought, as well as outfitting people here in the shop. These things are already selling well, both in the shop and online. It looks like Simms has plenty of stock on them, and folks have been really excited about this. I mean, it's it's a pair of fishing Crocs, which with upgraded soles. As you all know, I mean, Crocs are great, but one of the problems is that they're dangerous for fishing or on a boat or in the water. And I think Simms has addressed some of those issues and given us a fishing Croc. So there you have it, friends, the Simms Drifter for boats, Simms Drifter AT for boats and in and out of the water, and a decent wet wading shoe if that's what you're into. So as always, friends, you can check these out at madriveroutfitters.com. We appreciate your support. In fact, we depend on your support. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free and it really helps us out. Hit the like button, hop on over to our website where you can check out every product that we sell here at Mad River Outfitters. It'll also tell you whether it's in stock or not. And remember that customer service is what we do for a living. Fly fishing is what we love and what we sell. So check out the Simms Drifter and Drifter AT at madriveroutfitters.com and stay tuned. We've got a lot more fly fishing content coming your way.